It's not generally well known, but South Africa boasts some of the top kneeboard surfers in the world. At the Crosby Tools Safari Kneeboard Classic, held recently at the famed Super Tubes of Jeffreys Bay, 48 of the country's top competitors pitted their skills against some of the best waves to be found in South Africa. In the preliminary rounds, young Hans de Vink from EP pulls into a smoking wave, nearly loses it in a cover-up, but makes it and carries on to milk the wave to the bitter end. South African Kneeboard Association President John Thompson was there too, showing good form. Springbok Lawrence Atkinson demonstrated his usual controlled form, which took him through to the semi-final. With the growth of the sport, the design of the kneeboard has become a fine art. How does a kneeboard differ from a stand-up surfboard?
Basically, a kneeboard is shorter than a stand-up surfboard, but it is wider. Now that means that we can get the same speed out of our board on the waves as a stand-up surfer can, except we can fit into the hollow waves a lot more.
Superb weather, a building swell and good offshore winds characterised the 3 days of the contest, the fifth in the history of the event. The waves kept on pouring through, varying from 4 to 8 feet, and the competitors pushed their manoeuvres to the limit as they attempted to pull off tube rides, roundhouse cutbacks and off-the-lip snaps, making for an exciting tournament. Competitors surf in 20-minute heats, in which their best 3 waves count for points. They're judged by a team of 5 judges. But what do the judges look for?
We're looking for the elements of speed, energy, the maneuvers that he performs on the wave, and obviously the length of the ride that he has enables him to do more maneuvers. We're looking for things that are exciting, things that the man on the beach, when watching the surfing, finds exciting, what we call a wow factor. We're looking for exciting things. We want the surfer to do his maneuvers right in the powerful part of the wave, what the surfers call the tube. So we're looking for all these things, and it's the same no matter whether you're judging kneeboarding or surfing.
When Super Tubes is firing, everybody would like some of the action. But it's hardly fair on the competitors and makes the judges' task very difficult. As the pressure on this scarce wave resource grows, inevitably a solution to this problem will have to be found. Into the man-on-man quarterfinals, and Hans de Vink of Eastern Province gets a sizable wave, but lacks manoeuvres and looks a little bit unsettled. He was no match for top seed Gig Saliers, who makes it through this fine cover-up and a series of cutbacks to go on to the semi-final. Steve Cruikshank, one of the founder members of the Western Province Association, stays well back in the critical part of the wave. Does a roundhouse cutback, comes through it well, and goes on to come off the top. Fellow Western Province teammate, Anthony Anderson, goes for broke on this wave. A re-entry that fails, and he wipes himself out of the competition. Sean Forthrop of Western Province smacks it off the lip, weaves in and around the pocket, and manages to finish off with a smooth re-entry. No one could blame Natal's Lawrence Atkinson for looking a little confused on this wave. He negotiates the sections, looks for the barrel, but there's no light at the end of the tunnel for him, and he's out of the contest. Natal Nilo Roman Rizak surfing is characterised by long calves, followed up by tight cutbacks. But it's just not enough to unseat Western Province's Bobby Rousseau. Bobby picks up a smoker. And on this manoeuvre, almost free falls to the bottom. Just for good measure, he tucks into the barrel. And is obviously pleased with his performance. Into the semi-finals, and in the first heat, Steve Cruikshank picks up a beauty, coming hard under the grinding lip, which continues to chase him down the line to a crushing conclusion. He makes amends with this wave, hunting for the elusive tube by dragging his arm in the face of the wave. This wave of gig Saliers is one up. A series of driving cutbacks, a cover-up, full-blown tube, and aesthetic body language cinch the heat for him. Natal's Bobby Rousseau does his best with this slower breaking wave, but lacks enough manoeuvres for a high-scoring wave. Sean Forthrop, with a bit of fancy footwork, or should one say knee work, goes on to the final. You're the dark horse of this contest. You came all the way through from the back, and now you're into the final. What special tactics are you going to use out there to win this event?
Special tactics? 4 solid waves. Solid waves from the back. We hope they can come through. Tide's low at the moment. Give it a good bash.
Well, firstly, my motivation is to get that title back. I had it for 3 years before. I lost it to Stephen Cruikshank from Western Province last year. I think just to go out and get 4 really good waves, just surf as good as I can, and win.
So to the final and the battle of the wave warriors. Taking off is Sean Forthrop, blitzing this wave to the delight of the spectators and fellow competitors. Giggs follows up with a series of good waves. This one showing the speed, control and superb timing that won him the championship by a narrow 0.2 percentage points. All in all, one of the most exciting and challenging contests in Nilo surfing history.